Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's yoga practice is a full body stretch. So I am going to use 2 blocks today, but find some space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down, and I am going to lay on my blocks. You can lay on something much softer if you'd like. And you can also lay flat on your back if you'd rather do that. But just make sure whatever you are laying on, you feel supported and comfortable-ish. Depending on what you're laying on, just give your spine, your back a chance to arch. Bring your arms out wide to open up your chest and your shoulders. And you might want to keep your knees bent and your feet planted for a few moments. If you want to get into your hips though, while we're here, you might end up making a diamond shape with your legs, bringing the soles of your feet together and letting your knees fall out wide. And should you want to get into your shoulders a little bit more too while we're here, you can reach your arms more up and above the head. You could tuck your hands under your head to be an extra little pillow, or just leave your hands on the ground with your palms facing up. So just taking a moment here to notice how you are feeling so far. If you placed your body in a position where you can stay for a few moments and relax and breathe. And if you need to move around and adjust, please do it anytime. And as we begin to move, let's bring our arms back towards our sides first. Taking your hands out from behind your head if that's where they are. Just tucking the arms in a little bit closer, and then you can start to move your legs too. Planting your feet on the ground again. Now, if you're laying on top of something, you can sit up and take it out. And we'll all come back down so that we are flat on our backs. You can hug your knees to your chest if you want, or just leave your feet on the ground. But maybe swing your knees side to side. Massage your back against the ground here. And just notice any sensations that are already flowing through you. We are going to be finding our way up to seated. You can roll over or rock yourself forwards. And once you're sitting down, we're going to be bringing our right leg long, and the left foot is going to start on the inner thigh. So if you have a strap to make your arms longer, you could use it. You could place it on your foot, or you could just point your toes up by flexing that foot. But lengthening through the spine with an inhale. And as you exhale, you can start to fold. You You can bend your knee as much as you want to, so it's happy. But still feeling a hamstring stretch too. So as you take a few breaths, your leg might get a little bit straighter. It might not. Just allowing the shoulders to fall away from your ears. Now just an option to move our left leg. You might be keeping the foot on the inner thigh. If you're going to move your leg though, you can lift back up. Tip over towards the right a little bit and then flip that leg around, bringing your foot towards your glutes, and then we're going to send that knee out to the side. Might go out to the side a little bit more. You might be making a nice 90-degree angle with your legs. Maybe not exactly, but we still want to face forwards. Face that right foot, pointing the toes up, lengthening through the spine. Take an inhale. Make sure that your knee is happy if you did flip the leg. And then if you want to fold, you can fold. Let's stay for just another breath or two. And then using an inhale to lift on up. If you did flip your leg, bring it back in front of you. You can give the knees a hug or a squeeze, shake it out. Our left leg is going to be going long. And let's start with the right foot on the inner thigh. So nice, simple forward fold. Point those toes up or add your strap and lengthen through the spine. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you can start to fold forwards. And then either just staying here a little bit longer or lifting up and flipping the right leg around again. And letting the knee point out to the side as your heel tucks in towards your glute and hip. Still facing forwards towards that left foot. Pointing those toes up, sitting nice and tall. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, you can be folding forwards, but just check in that your knee is still happy in this position. And you can breathe here. Let's take another breath or two. You can use an inhale to lift if you're folding. Bring your right leg back in front if it's off to the side, and then give the knees a nice hug or squeeze. Shake it out. And then we're going to tip over towards the right side. We're just going to try to sit on that right hip and stack our legs on top of one another. We'll bring our chest to face forward. So widen the hands a little bit, push into them. Try to level your shoulders and face forward, just with the legs stacking on top of one another. So you might stay here, lifted through the chest. You could lower down onto your forearms. You could lay all the way down on your belly, or we can add our left shoulder sliding underneath our chest. And this is an intense shoulder stretch. So if it feels good to do it, you can do it. And you can also skip this part. So very slowly, if you've got your arm tucked under your chest, you can start to lift back up, back to that twist. And then we'll tip ourselves all the way back over so that we are seated again. And we can give the knees a hug or a squeeze. Rock it out, shake it out. And then tipping over to the other side. You can flip around if you want to, or maybe you're going to end up facing the wrong way. But just tipping to the left, trying to sit on the hip, stack the legs, and then turning the chest forwards. Trying to level the shoulders by pressing into the hands a little bit. Feeling a twist through the core, the back, and you can stay lifted. You could come down onto your forearms. You could lay down all the way on your belly, or you can tuck your right arm under your chest this time, if it feels good to do so. So take another breath or two on this side. You can start to climb back up if you are folding forwards. Tipping yourself back over so that you are seated once again. And you can hug the knees to the chest and maybe take a rock or sway side to side. And we will keep the knees bent, but we'll widen our feet. And we'll try to lean forwards, to bring the chest forwards. So you might just take your hands behind you, push into them to send the chest forwards, kind of between the knees or towards the inside of the knees. And then maybe you can bring your arms in front and tuck the elbows inside the knees. Your hands can be on the ground, resting on your arms or your shoulders. A little squeeze of the knees together might give you a shoulder stretch. Or if you're not feeling quite anything, or not enough, you can bring your hands to your sides with your palms facing out, chicken wing arms, and then tuck your elbows in between the knees. So letting the hands press into your sides, the palms facing out, tucking the elbows between the knees then, and then a little gentle squeeze the knees together should deepen the stretch you feel. You can always scooch the feet closer together too if you're not getting enough. You can lean forwards more, you can let your head be heavy. If you're lucky, you'll feel this all the way through your arms and shoulders and into your back. Stay for another breath, or a couple extra if you want. But we'll be sliding the elbows out. out. And once again, bringing the knees back together. Rock it out. Maybe even add a bit of a shoulder roll if you want to. And then we're going to stay seated. Any comfy seat will do, where you can sit tall. You're comfortable. You can place your hands on your knees or in your lap. Let your eyes close. Let your shoulders fall from your ear. And then keeping your spine nice and long, let your chin tip down towards your collarbone. And just start to roll your head over to the left. And bring it back down and roll over to the right. And we're just doing a neck roll from side to side, a head roll. From side to side at your own pace. Just going for a nice, consistent movement. Feeling the love through your neck. And the next time you roll your head over towards your right shoulder, can you pause there? Lengthen your spine a little bit more. Just let your head be heavy as it tips over to the side. And stay for just an inhale. And moving your head, rolling your head down as you exhale. Roll all the way over to the other side. And pause. And sit a little taller. And staying for an inhale. And letting the exhale roll your head back down and just pause with the chin tipping down towards your collarbone so that you can use an inhale to lift up. And just leaving your eyes closed. Just a moment to sit. To scan your body. Notice the ground beneath you. And maybe you will choose to lay down. Spend a few moments in Shavasana. Maybe you want to stay seated here a little bit longer. But this is where I leave you today. So thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.